Excuse me for the wind. I'm going to start this video off by saying that there is an absolute reason why you experience what you do and why you experience at all. And we'll start with the first point. Why you experience what you do. It took me a while to realize this, that there are billions of people on this planet, not that fact, but billions of people on this planet, yet only my life feels the way that it does. Only I have the fears that I have. Only I, feel things like I feel things. Only I experience, certain environments as I experience it. Thank you, man. Only I experience the narrative that I tell myself about how a day is going. Only I experience the anger of, something that happened an hour ago. And now I'm at work pissed off. It's only I am experiencing those things. And I think, we have to kind of realize that no one experiences like we do, which makes experience kind of revealing of how relative it is to us. So again, that first point, there's an absolute reason why you experience what you experience while you are on this planet and why you experience at all, okay? Because I could be experiencing anything right now, but I'm experiencing sitting here, right? Sun setting, post-workout, food in stomach, slightly hydrated, slightly also dehydrated, in front of a camera, recording for a YouTube video. But I could be experiencing anything right now. I could be experiencing fear of this tree falling down, which I didn't really think of until right now. I could be experiencing, someone could just drive a car and just take me out. I could have a lot of fear right now for my environment, like a spider falling from the tree, biting my neck, and then allowing me to climb up walls. That was probably pretty loud. I apologize. But you see how, it's interesting. Experience is very interesting because we definitely do absolutely experience. Evidence of this is how we try to change our experience, how we try to make ourselves feel better, how we try to, when we're hungry, we strive to feel our stomachs. When we are, want to listen to music, we want to listen to music. We listen to music. When we want to feel like we're getting a good workout in, we go to the gym. We're always striving to experience. So let's not get that confused. Let's not, act like we don't experience, because we absolutely do experience. We absolutely do experience what we experience. And there is an absolute reason why we experience at all. And this is relative to the field that I've been developing called intra-amelioration. Essentially, intra-amelioration, the foundation of experience is prediction, right? When, for example, we feel fear, right? It's never for something that exists. It's always for as we're imagining it. So if it's, dark out and I hear a sound, I get fearful because of what I think that sound leads to. Or, when I'm about to squat, I get fearful because I can't really predict how the squat's going to go, because there's a degree of uncertainty. And that's a big thing with fear, and I'll talk about that for another video. But fear is very relative to uncertainty. But going back to, intra-amelioration and why you experience at all. And so experience is prediction, or a best guess, and it's a best guess of a lot of features, a lot of aspects. It's a best guess relative to your self-definition. It's a best guess relative to how much you value life, X, Y, and Z, your beliefs, your convictions, your mindsets, your understanding, your consciousness, that which, the experiences you've had before, right? All of this kind of aggregates together to, sorry for the wind, to generate that which you phenomenally sense and you feel as your reality, as your experience. And why you experience at all, I believe, through intra-amelioration, that we experience to update our predictive architecture. There's a reason why that we are able to evolve, adapt, and as you go through life, what's one thing that you do absolutely do? You learn. And as you learn to predict. You gain a sense of certainty in certain areas. And what I believe, that's why experience actually exists. It's for, evolution. It's for advancement. It's for adapting and developing, not just as a individual, but as a species, as a collective. And I think, when we get caught up in the experience, we kind of miss questioning it. It's like we just, I don't like this, I don't like that, which I'm very much a victim of. But, it's very easy to be captivated by your experience, to be so consumed by it that you don't ever think to question it, and that you don't think that there's a different reality that you could be living. That's also a big thing that I've had to kind of come to terms with relative to experience, is that not only is it captivating, but it's hard to see when you're captivated. It's hard to see outside of it when you're captivated. As in, like, how, what's the word? Not mesmerizing, but how fascinating experience is, how it consumes your attention so much that you think that it's the ultimate absolute reality. When in actuality, again, there's a reason why you experience what you experience. There's a reason why, there's thousands of, or not even thousands, but you could say, multiples of different experiences in a single gym, right? The gym's not different. The people are different. They're all having their own experience. And once you see that you have your own experience, you then get closer to understanding how experience is generated. So when you start to experience things, you're able to, and this may be, a form of metacognition, but once you're, in an experience, you can start to kind of separate yourself from the experience and say, yes, this is happening, but I am also experiencing this even higher. I am predicting this. I'm trying to think of why I wanted to make this video. But yeah, it was my butt hurts on this thing. I gotta stand up. But, there is, gotta do the spread leg strat. Have a sense of foundation, but there's an absolute reason why you experience what you experience. There's an absolute reason that you do experience, and there's an absolute reason why you experience at all. Those three things about experience: why you experience, what you experience, and that you do experience. If you're able to kind of understand how they all connect, oh man. And I think that's why we're here. I think that's why we are experiencing. I think that's why we're meant to experience fear, experience all, the good and the bad. It's to allow us to see that we generate experience to then allow us to deliberately generate our experiences, which intra-amelioration, I am designing it to do. I'm designing it to not just allow you to reveal to yourself that you generate your reality, and that your reality is particularly generated by this thing called your inner architecture, but also that you can deliberately generate your reality simply by doing exactly how your reality has been generated, but doing it deliberately. But yeah, I'm very excited to get back into posting. I'm very excited to just stop getting in my way. Because, and I don't know if this is arrogant, but I see on Instagram, I see on TikTok, I see on YouTube so many people who are doing what, who have the views, who have the subs, who are kind of within my niche, but I don't know, I think I just do it better than them. And I don't know, maybe not better, but different in a better sense. And maybe not that either. Maybe that's just, my perspective, my understanding, and just my jealousy, my envy of where I wish I was, and looking at them being where I wish I was. Maybe it's all that, but yeah. Again, to end the video, there is an absolute reason why you experience what you experience. There's an absolute reason that you experience it all, and there's also an absolute reason. Wait. There's an absolute reason why you experience what you experience. And there's an absolute reason as well why you experience at all. And there's two, or really three, an absolute reason that you do experience. And my hypothesis is that we experience to update our predictive architectures deliberately. We experience to learn that we generate, so that way we can deliberately generate for sovereignty. Yeah. All right, YouTube. Yeah. See.